We are living the era of startups, and I want to ask you something. How many of you have struggled to find a good candidate to hire when some specific skills are requested? And how many of you has a specific skill or knowledge that would be good to have on your CV, but you don't have any certificate or course done, you just have learned it along the way by your own? Yes, you would be surprised how many people has answered yes to those questions. Hi, my name is Arthur Latorre and I'm here to present to you Lemonade. Education. Global education spends makes over 10% of the world's GDP, and there is a huge gap between traditional education and the skills that students really need to obtain to succeed in the new world. The educational model is based on a mass production model, where all students have to follow the same pace. Over the past 2 decades, the cost of education has increased 2 times the level of inflation. And I would like to ask you again, in a world where technology is becoming obsolete in less than a year, how can we maintain a student at a university for at least 40 years? This is becoming unsustainable. That is why new ways to learn new things are becoming more and more popular. We have virtual reality, in-job learning, where you learn along the way, gamification, teaching is inside the games, online courses as Udemy, Coursera, and of course the internet and social media, which pretty much takes a big share of those. We are seeing the new era of education, the era of self-learning people. With all these new education models, how will people validate their knowledge? Gentlemen, I have the honor to introduce you the Lemonade platform. Lemonade is an online platform that connects the user from one side who wants to validate a specific knowledge and the expert from the other side that are able to validate it. From the user perspective, there are some of them that can have many hours of subject learning, YouTube classes, Google articles, and so on. However, there is no strong institution on the background supporting what they have learned. And as said, with the spread of new technologies, self-learners are becoming more popular. Startups are rising everywhere. And from the startup's perspective, time is crucial. If you need to hire someone with a specific skill, how to find them? Sometimes, hire someone and train them is not an option. It takes too long. Lemonade is a certificate platform that was created to allow people to validate their knowledge on specific subjects and also startups and companies to access those people in interest. The business logic on the first stage has 3 main steps. First one, the user will access the platform, go through user registration, inscription payment, and select the subject of interest. Second, there will be applied a quiz made by expert team. And last, evaluation will be done and the certificate will be released. On profit model, we have 3 different categories. The first of them are the user. Our audience target is aged between 20 and 35 years, which has interest in on games, technology, online course, and startups. The user will pay $100 for each selected subject and will receive a certificate validating their knowledge. The second one will be the expert, and we have 3 different segmentations here. We want one from the academy, that could be a professor or even a researcher. The second one will come from the industry, could be a well-known professional that has worked many years with the related subject. And the last one, we want an influencer, maybe someone that gives speeches on the related subject, has a YouTube channel. We plan to share with each expert 10% of the total amount that the user is paying. So meaning that the user pays 100, 10 will go for the expert from academy, 10 for the industry, and 10 from the influencer. And the last one, we have the Lemonade team that will provide the Lemonade platform itself and will act as a facilitator between the users and selecting the experts. We expected 20% of the total amount will be the expenses and 50% of gross margin. Then the second phase of operations, when we have built this critical mass in terms of number of users and information related to them, we want to sell the access to this database to job hunters, job websites, and companies, startups that want to have access to that. The team is composed by Giuliano. He is pretty much a senior business guy, will be focused on administrative and operation functions of the business. And also he has some practical experience on this area. It will be helpful. There will be me, who'll be managing overall operations and decisions, and also will be the public face of the company. And last we have Leandro. He's a very skillful business guy, will be in charge of short and long-term strategies, and also market analytics and new business models. On the investing plan, we are looking for initial investment of $300,000 to start operations. As milestones, we are looking to invest in ads, web ads, to realize our business model and do our first million of revenue on the first year by partnering with the strategic companies, YouTube channels, online courses, and planning to start the expansion to other countries on the third year. And